What up? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie The Gorge. The Gorge is a 2025 film. It's rated PG-13. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. Directed by Scott Derrickson. The director is a shocker for me because I didn't even know he was attached to this movie. I've seen a couple of his works. The Black Phone, Sinister as well. Cool to know that I actually seen a couple of his projects and I actually have some sort of an idea of his style. Actor wise in this movie, and I'm not familiar too much with Miles Teller. Might be my first movie role that I'm actually getting introduced to. And then Anya Taylor-Joy, she's becoming one of my favorite actresses. I've seen a couple of her projects. Every single project that I've seen from her, she has been something that's eye-catching, standing out. The way she looks definitely shows character, the good look on camera. Seen The Menu, have a review on The Menu as well. A voice actress in the Super Mario Bros. She did a very good job in the movie Last Night in Soho. I applaud all of them. The one I just brought up. Never heard any commercial promo, never saw a trailer for it, never saw any banners, any ads about it. So this was something that didn't even get a 1% of knowing what this movie is about. Looking back and seeing what I saw, it's a lot of different aspects that I didn't think that I was going to be attracted to. In the beginning, enjoyed the fact that we're actually getting an idea of who these characters are. A lot of their surrounding areas is relatable, and a lot of the surrounding areas for another character is something that is just adventure, eye-catching. I think the beginning was a good way to actually show who these characters are. I thought it was a great introduction right into the story, right into these characters. So that's something that attraction just came through right away. One of the things that attracted me when the movie started was just how crispy the camera quality was. The camera quality in this movie was kind of like an updated look. It's like you're used to watching movies from like the 2000s to maybe 2020, and then you see this style of quality in the camera. That was something that honestly stood out to me. A lot of the camera placement and the way the camera was grabbing all the things around the main actors, I thought it was just an astonishing look. I'm like, yo, can I get my hands on this camera as well? It's one of those things when you're seeing on screen, like, hey, did I put the settings up on the best quality? It just gave me nothing but fun just having a camera like that to be able to work with these actors and be on a set like that. I thought the camera they chose was an awesome choice. That's just a side of the movie on how it just brings you in. The camera quality is just phenomenal. This movie is about two trained snipers. They're on opposite sides of an abandoned area, low-key forest areas, and what they do is they're protecting a thing called the Gorge. One is on the east side, one's on the west side. Time passes by, their only job is to protect that area of the Gorge, but when time passes by, they realize that they actually need to work together. They know that they're the only ones there, but throughout this movie, they end up finding out that there's actually a lot of evil, scary, horror, demonic stuff that's around that area, and then they realize they're actually part of that project that upper hands are experimenting with. They basically have to escape this spot, and knowing that they were actually part of an experiment. So that's what the movie is about. Miles Teller plays the character Levi. I would just say the look in general, great choice, good casting on putting that sniper look, semi-retired vibe out there. Really did a good job on putting out those lines. Good job on connections with other actors. The lines in here are very strong. A lot of the lines in here do show that these characters did have a crazy past. A lot of the times they're putting out their lines, it was hitting. Very believable presentation, very believable emotion. Miles Teller did a great job in this movie. That was one of the shockers. Didn't expect to actually be so brought in to his acting. Knowing that he is the sniper, the lines were a great compliment. His action scenes were actually a good compliment as well. No one looked stiff. Just overall, just knew how to put out this character vibe. Very strong character. Personality was something that was relatable, where he actually goes and sees the girl. A good job with the editing, doing a good job with the time cards and seeing what month it is. But his character, Levi, was overall a great character. It wasn't like the craziest, sharpest, trying to make him a 007 look, but I thought he went in there knowing that there's a mission that has to be done, and he executed on that. He did have like a video game main character look as well. Anya Taylor-Joy plays the character Drasa. Awesome to see another project from her. I thought it was just a phenomenal character. I'm glad that they actually executed the right way with her. Each character in all those movies that I've seen, all different. She pulled off this sniper assassin look. Was adventurous, a little tactical, responded very quick. It wasn't one of those things where you're like, oh, they're trying to make it a female dominant movie. Like, she actually had a good equal balance to this movie that I was just like very shocked. Her acting was great. Thought that tone, that accent was adorable, and with that adorableness, really liked that they didn't push the adorableness with her trying to be like over sexy, over cute. She's just here to do the job as well. The way she's holding the gun, really good. I thought a lot of her posture, a lot of the stuff that she was trying to put on the action scenes, she actually studied and put dedication to. When they were doing the romance scene with her character, I feel like they were just too focused on that. I do want to see a little bit more on what they do around the place they're living in, like a little bit more characteristics, a little bit more small little things that they do, just to show like they actually have so much time to waste. Whenever they brought up that romance side, at times just gave me Taylor Swift vibes with the postcards and them writing on that card and stuff, because there is a lot of other things surrounding these characters that would be very interesting to know, like them seeing the history of the gorge a little bit more, and then when they actually go down to the bottom, actually wander around and adventure in there a little bit more, just to see like, yo, this place is insane. It didn't go overboard where it's like, bruh, of course they're gonna go with this, let's just go to the next scene. The romance side visually did look pretty good. The song choices for that scene, I think they could have went a little bit classier. With that camera quality, that would be just a scene in the movie where as a director you can't wait to film, because you actually have a good camera, you have good environment, you have a good set. Thank goodness that it was just at a level where it's like, okay, this is almost over. Thank goodness they didn't push it too much. Sigourney Weaver plays the character Bartholomew. For how little actors and actresses are in this movie, very strong picks, and she was one of them as well. She played like the general observing that whole operation. She's like the boss. I thought she was one of those characters that when she showed up, you knew that she was the evil side of it. Great acting in this movie. When the action starts taking off, and the action is very visually on point. It was an attraction grabber, gave me like video game vibes. This whole movie actually felt kind of like a video game. Call of Duty, Left 4 Dead vibes, especially with those zombie ghost experiment type of people. And then the way the characters are moving also gave me that video game vibe. Sci-fi horror stuff that they were putting in this movie, very cool badass look to show that horror side of this movie. Do like the way that set looked when they went down in that underworld thing, the gorge area look. When we found out the history of it, I thought that was interesting. The spiders freaked me out like crazy, crawling around and stuff, and you can feel that creepy, very horror, ugly, evil vibe. Like, it was just straight evil down there, and you just want to know how these characters are gonna deal with it. And that's what I wanted these characters to do, was wander around a little bit more. But overall, I thought what they presented was on point, and a lot of the angles, even in that underworld, was crazy. Special effects in this movie was on point. The music in here had classic music, but it also has like very cool sounds throughout the movie, so I did enjoy that. But there is some song choices where I feel like they could have went a little bit more classier. After my watching the movie The Gorge out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 8 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie The Gorge. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.